I was thinking about the expanding communities, and it made me think about the symposium yesterday. So there was a symposium that you all organized, I assume, at the Center for Humanistic Inquiry. And we had a panel that included Scott, Mark Swanson, and also 3 faculty members. And I was fortunate to be able to attend. Some of the things that were said stuck with me throughout the evening and the night. I'm thinking about Jeffrey Sanborn talking about leave taking when he was asked, or when the entire panel was asked, what it meant to go into the woods. And he talked about leave taking as a state of being, as opposed to a one and done experience. Or David Schneider, who from the audience said it was about lostness as a state of being. What interested you all most about the panel discussion yesterday?
The idea of the panel was that we really wanted faculty to have an opportunity to speak on the academic level about what the themes and ideas we'll be working in the production are. And I think it was a really great success because the faculty were all engaged, they were all familiar with the show, they were all, it seemed, very happy to be there and to get to listen to the numbers performed. For me though, I think the most interesting part of the discussion was just what you were talking about, what it means to go into the woods. It's somewhat ironic, and I think Professor Sanborn might have said this, that the woods aren't really featured. I know Mark and Scott have been saying this for months as well, but the woods aren't really what the musical is about. You're actually just talking about what happens in the woods and not so much, oh, look, the trees or look, the flowers. You're looking at what changes about the characters as they go through this experience. And in a way that I'm sure Sam can talk about, Amherst changes us in a similar way. As students, we come in, and when we're at Amherst, we're metaphorically in the woods, and close to the woods as well, since we're, it's actually that parallel for me, and thinking about how the experiences of these characters and their ability to form a community in the end, in the face of really terrible danger, mirrors, or maybe in some ways doesn't mirror our Amherst experience, and thinking about really what kind of communities can be formed. I think one of the professors said that yes, they formed a community when they went through the woods, but it's not necessarily the kind of community we'd want to form. It's the community formed because of danger and fear and needing to survive, which in some ways is, I think, if we really think about students as people who have all these complex needs, needs to thrive, to be social, to be feel as though they belong, while we're not thinking about people literally dying, there's an important need that the Amherst College community needs to fill. And I think that projects like this musical that bring people together, even if at times it's to slay a giant, are really important.
By the way, the giant, I hope you have someone good to play that role.
I think when we started this whole project, and Jayson, Mark, and I were down on the bottom floor of our music building, and I said, you know, I think I know exactly who should play the giant, and I said none other than President Martin and Biddy would be perfect in the role, and it was wonderful to hear you record the part. We're definitely going to be looking forward to hearing you in the rink, booming across the whole space. So
we needed a giant figure on campus to play the giant, so
sure you did. Sure you did.